During last 6 months, investors lost more than $20 million to sophisticated scams only in Australia. ACCC warns investors to be careful about fake investment opportunities. But the question is, how easy for scammers to take your money? Hi guys, my name is Igor Vasiliev, and during this video I'm going to share with you my own experience, how I was communicating with scammers and how I discovered those scammers. And you might think it's quite easy to find out that you're dealing with scammers. In reality, it's very, very different. So, if you would like to learn how scammers trick the consumers and investors and take their money and how you can avoid it, stay and watch this video. And in the meantime, you can subscribe to our channel in order not to miss the videos like that in the future, and share this video with somebody who will benefit out of it. So, one of my investment strategies was investing in pre-IPOs. So it means not when the company already creates an initial public offering, but before that. And this opportunity existed through some European brokers. Now, I wanted to change it, and I wanted to find some local brokers in Australia in order to deal with them. So I was looking through Google in order to find this information, and I was reading different articles, I was researching different options, and it looks like I subscribed somewhere in order to get more information. So probably I found somewhere that attractive offer to get some information about upcoming IPOs and how I can get shares before that. And then a couple of weeks later, I'm receiving a phone call. The man who was contacting me was Sam Gibbs, and he was representing the big investment firm which called Schroders. And he was really professional. He had an English accent, and we spoke with him on the phone about IPOs. He asked me about my experience. He shared with me his experience in investing in pre-IPO shares. He told me about the results which their company achieved by investing in pre-IPO shares, and I was pretty satisfied with that. And I said, okay, fine, send me more information about it. And he sent me more information. And as you can see, it's one of his email. Before that email, he sent me information about financials of Robinhood. He also sent me a lot of different articles of different analysts from different sources. Okay, and it sounded all good. So of course, first what I did, I went online and I checked about this financial company. And when I went to their website, it was a huge business. It was multinational business which had location and offices all over the world. So as you can see in his email, he promised me that currently offer shares for $26, and this price sure to create higher profit margins, as indication shows that will be listed not lower than $38. So that was their projection, which gives you approximately 50% return within few weeks. At that particular time, I wasn't 100% sure that I'm going to invest in this particular pre-IPO, because I didn't like financial results of Robinhood. So, but in any way, I was pretty happy that I found the opportunity like that. So when I discussed this type of deal with this person, he told me that the minimum investment which you can make, it's about $5,000, which also was quite normal for pre-IPO investment. So as you can see, the last communication was 24th of July, and on 29th of July, Robinhood went public. And as you can see, the initial price was $38. During that day, the price went more than $40, then dropped to $33. So next day, the company flattened down, kind of was volatile still, but closed at $35. And of course, when you see something like that, you think, oh my goodness, I missed the opportunity. So I could make close to 50% profit. But what was really surprising, that the next day, on Saturday, I'm receiving a phone call from John Alexander, the senior advisor of Schroders. And he offered me to buy shares of Robinhood at pre-IPO prices. So he offered me to buy it at $24. I was really surprised. I asked him, why? How can you sell me pre-IPO shares at the price of $24 when the price is on the market already at $35? For me, it was impossible. Why would you sell to somebody shares at 24 when you can sell it at the market at 35? He told me that they cannot sell it to institutional investors as a broker. They cannot sell it themselves as well on the market. So they have to sell it to some kind of retail investors, which, to be honest, I thought it was quite strange, very strange, because I never seen that people will giving away their profit. But of course, he told me that I have to do it urgently, as quick as possible, because the amount of shares is very, very limited. Of course, I told him, send me the information, but at that particular moment, I already suspected that it was spam, and I wanted just to investigate at that moment how they are going to deal with me. Because as I said, I already checked the company, and the company, the Schroders, was legitimate. And as you can see in his email, which followed after our conversation, we're currently clearing our books of all renegotiation position, and we have shares at the IPO price of $24. All of the shares have to be allocated by Monday, end of the business. They can only be offered to people we have contacted prior to the launch. This is a chance to generate some good profits and perhaps more them into your next IPO, which Stripe available next week. Contact me if you proceed. So at that time, what I did, I took this name and Googled it. As you can see in his email, he has the website is schrodersau.com. But when I was Google searching it, so I found that schroders.com/en.au. To be honest, they looked identical. So if you went to the profile at that time, schrodersau.com, it would be exactly same as schroders.com. So it was a replica website. So they've done a very good deal, so to replicating us. So that's why you couldn't see the difference. And all Australian, like if you go to Australian part of this website, you will see that there was an Australian financial license. So what I did, I went to ASIC and I checked this Australian financial license, and it was there. So, and there was details of that particular company in their website, and that's how I eventually ended up on this website. So I decided to check it. So what I did, on Monday morning, I called to this particular phone and asked to speak to that person. So there wasn't a person like that. Secondly, I told them that I was in contact by some of the advisors who offered me to participate in pre-IPO, and they told me that they're not providing services like that. So eventually she asked me to email more details about this to that particular company, so I did. And as you can see, she replied me, and later I was contacted by one of their managers, and we discussed it. I explained him the situation, and he told me that many people already lost their money by investing into this scam. And it is not the first case, it wasn't the first case when somebody was using their name in order to trick the clients. And to be honest, at that particular moment, I didn't know where to go. So should I go to police and report them? The only idea at that moment I had to contact that particular company. And they already told me that they're already in a contact with the organization which trying to investigate this internet frauds, and they're dealing with it. So I offered them my help at that stage, but they were so afraid that I could send the money or they would trick me and they take some credit card details and etc. So that told me, no, don't do anything like that. So as a result, they created even this page on their website. And if you go now to Schroders, so you will see that they have information about fraud alert and fraud prevention. What should you do before that? And it actually was on their first page. So it is important to research the companies before investing in them. But to be honest, it was pretty difficult to distinguish that it wasn't a fraudulent company. Few months later, I received another phone call from another person and another company. And they offered me very, very similar deal. But at that time, I was already aware that something like that might happen. But I was playing along with them, and as a result, they sent me all the information and registration link. And what I've noticed at the last moment, right, because I wanted to know how they're going to take my money, because if they provided me the bank details of the local bank, so I could probably report about it to the authorities and they get caught. But at the end, they sent me the form which I have to fill up and provided my credit card details. That's how they wanted to take my money. And you probably know that a lot of brokers, like legitimate brokers, they won't take your credit card details and they won't be able to charge you through credit card. So you have to do the direct transfer from your bank account to their bank account. I regret that I didn't do screenshots of this particular company, but what I've decided recently is to research another fraudulent activity, because recently I heard about one person who lost quite a lot of money, close to $10,000 in this particular situation. So I've decided to investigate and see, is it easy to get into frauds like that? So guys, what I've done, I just typed pre-IPO in Google search, and I just opened the first company. This website didn't look for me like real, so I got to this page. Okay, you can see IPO and if you go there, there is an information about IPO, how successful people make money, and there is a frequently asking questions section there, and upcoming IPOs. So very big names, and they're talking, do you want to make money? So you need to invest. So, and if you want more information, basically contact with us, right? So just put your first name, last name, email, phone number. Here you have to put the amount which you're going to invest. The minimum, I think it was $10,000, and then the time frame, immediately, within next 2 weeks, within next month, more than 1 month. So what I've done, I put here probably, I think, $10,000 to $25,000, and then within next month. So then I can submit it, and that's what the message appeared. Thank you for your interest. Expect to be contacted by one of our partners brokers soon. So most likely they're going to contact me via phone, because I didn't receive any correspondence via email. I would be really interested to record this phone call, but I don't know how. So if you know what kind of application I have to use on my phone in order to record the incoming phone calls, so can you please put in comments below? And in this particular case, during the next video, I probably post that recording, and it would be very interesting to see how professional these people can be. And I'd be really, really grateful for the information about this. But in the meantime, what I've decided to do, I just decided to go to that particular website and see if that particular company, Wall Street Advisory, has a lot of information about IPO and pre-IPO. And to be honest, there wasn't any additional information except I just showed to you. So I went to disclaimer, of course, like if they provide certain information, they're not responsible for this. Then when I went to their website, main page, okay, Wall Street Advisory, home, services, about contacts, that's what they provide. We excel at creation, programming, in making it work for you. Just pure wording, nothing specific, nothing about stock market, nothing about investing, right? And a better way, bridge a gap between the idea and reality. Again, nothing of that. So then I can see there is an address, and even there is a phone number. So I thought, maybe this particular company is legitimate. So what I've done, I typed it, the address, and what I found, that at least on a Google map, there is no information about this company. A lot of companies, what they do first, they put the address on Google Maps that people can find. So you can see even a hair studio here exists, right? But they don't exist there. So in that particular building, right? So, and this is kind of a very dodgy area, not professional area, I would say, right? So not where the advisory company would be located. So then I tried to find the phone number. So I went to Canadian, because the address was Canada, right? So I put the number, and there is another company. So it kind of tells us Quebec landline, right? A city, very different city from whatever they provided for me as address. So it already seems a bit dodgy, but I don't know, right? Because if you go lower, community reports for this particular number, there wasn't any information about harassment, etc., etc. So personally, I believe that they work in a way that they create an advertisement, okay? Because Google, if you straight away link people to certain scam, Google very quickly can discover it. So what they do, they provide some kind of information, but then few weeks later, when you already forget what kind of ad you saw, somebody calls you, and you already don't have connection between this particular ad, this particular website, and that particular person who calls. And when the person calls, they already tell you that they're from some kind of investment fund, right? And they offer you the deal, and they tell you that one of our partners gave information about it. So guys, in the nearest future, I'm expecting the phone call like that. And I want to record it. So again, I'm asking you, if you know any type of application which you can install on my Google phone. I don't use Apple, I have S22 Galaxy. So if you can type it somewhere there, so definitely I'm going to record it. And then I will inform you about how this situation is going to be developed. Maybe these guys are not scammers, but it looks like they are. And during next video, I'm going to get more information about that. So guys, if you wanna get notification about it, subscribe to our channel, press the bell button, and like this video if you liked it. And of course, share this video with somebody who you think might benefit out of it. And thank you for watching this video. Bye.